All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts.
We're set. We're 18. We ain't giving them nothing, Jack.
And now we won't see a play on. First down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We're set. We're 18. 58. Come on.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up.
A scene, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun. Light. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across. Midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Texans.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A throw out line to QT, complete. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Watson looks to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air yet again, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
At the 17-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Defense, let's go.
2nd and 6. Complete to Hilton. And down he'll go at the 25. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one? Is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Okay, ready? 25, check 25, check. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Light. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Light. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, wahoo! Let's go, keep grip.
Looking to throw. Light looking for Campbell downfield.
Oh, fuck. I
That is
didn't think he was going to
knocked
get there.
away and incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Light. Looking for Campbell downfield.
Hey, let's catch it.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Fuck me.
Taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I'm scared.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They begin the drive with Hines. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, Dupree. He's got the first down here inside the 30. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The big fella. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
Let's give it up again.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to take off with it. And he goes out right around the 39. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Alert!
They'll run on first down. Donaldson. And that
Hard to
play
run
went
whenever the
nowhere.
fucking right
Losing
yardage.
yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Holy fuck.
Switch up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Just fucking
They'll try the air now with Watson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
It's just me and you. It's just me. 31. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, man. Watch the move.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll try the left side. Donaldson. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Check. Hey, left 3.
Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, Dupree, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Operating from the gun. Light. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. But he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Hines. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set, 15, line, 15 line.
Bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
80 weapons.
Kill, kill, kill.
Ready.
Now it's Hines, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson operating from the gun.
Dude,
The 3rd time here in this half, it's
how does he fucking run that in 4?
Wilson with the
Holy
team.
fuck.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
44, Mike, 44.
Greystone, travel.
Alert 3.
Shoot.
From the gun, Light. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And the Texans first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go. Let's do it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets this to Davante Adams. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Single, slot.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And out across midfield down to the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Watson. And this is Shepard on the catch. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, it's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Texans 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only
Come
time,
on, dude.
but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Come on, dude.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly
That's how you know
down.
this game is bullshit. Man.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
He's just 6'6". Pull it high. Fine.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh,
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
Come the fuck on, dude.
Big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now the Colts bullshit inside the zone. Second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Lights. Campbell making the catch. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Light is going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Watson. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
19, 25. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run on first down. Donaldson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Check 53 is mine. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will get them one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
90, Wolf.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
Big grip.
They run again.
Whoa, what do you know? Inside zone. Crazy. I haven't seen that one yet.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Mikey Gator.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, watch it, watch it. Shoot.
Protein spill.
Under 10, 10.
To throw on second down. Light throwing middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They run with Hines. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Okay.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown.
Uh-oh, we're making the comeback.
Texans.
See what happens.
Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead.
What's up, baby? Oh, God, this is going to be bad.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to float this over the middle deep.
No way.
It's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Gary Jennings, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Wilson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the 29, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Texans first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson looking for his running back, and he's got it. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw.
And now the ball's fumbled near midfield. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth.
Ready up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And Jennings has it. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bert, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Check. Lucky. 54. 66.
On 2nd and inches, Watson.
Right to
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right.
Ooh.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagoo able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Look at that.
Picked off with great anticipation. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking to throw. Watson. And he took it in one-handed. What a grab. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Watson.
What a catch and one-handed.
No, keep running, you stupid fucking dick face.
The play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves,
the fuck they doing?
Have a little grip to them.
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Fuck.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the red zone now, Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ben Banagou in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Watson escaped, and the pressure gets to him again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. Touchdown, Houston. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Get it.
On first down, Dupree. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Ready? 30 base.
Double time. You got three down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Watson. It's caught, Shepard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And the Texans first down.
This is it. 19.
53. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
55.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Alert flare. Check. Safe.
Check 52.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them.
Shit gay as hell.
It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to